Aloha everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this past week I went on Instagram to ask you guys to ask me questions, to bring your questions to me so I can do a little Q&A for you guys. And the first question that pops up is, what meds did you take over the years and what were your experiences with them? I would say Keppra is definitely one of them. I took that when I was little, and my experience with that was not the best, let me tell you. Um, my mom can even testify to that. Um, Back then it was just me and her. It kind of turned me into a very angry child. She would say it turned me into the Tasmanian devil. And I would yell at her, scream at her, and even bite her, believe it or not. So my my experience with Keppra was definitely not the best. When I was little, they had me on Diastat just for emergencies, and my medication that I'm currently on is Topamax and Lamictal combined, and that combination is great. I find no issues whatsoever with that. I'm taking 25 milligrams each and 2 tablets in the morning and 3 tablets at night. They upped the dosage with that this time around just to lower the seizure activity. This past EEG experience, they just wanted to experiment with the the dosage of my medication just to lower the seizure activity and see what dosage works best. So I haven't had any issues with Topamax or Lamictal, and I find that it works really well for me, and I've been on it for a while now, and I recommend you try out Topamax and Lamictal if you have seizures like me. And if the medication that you are on is not working out for you, I recommend that you go and talk to your doctor and ask them for Topamax and Lamictal. The next question is, are there any triggers that make your seizures worse? I would say flashing lights for sure is a big one. If it's just constantly flashing strobe lights and all those other things. I remember if I had like a prom, um, I would have to ask them like beforehand, like, oh, hey, can we minimize strobe lights? And I had to like increase the dosage on my seizure meds. So just little things like that, flashing lights, watching TV in the dark. Um, I know this doesn't make sense, but like I'm okay with walking into a movie theater, but you know, just the extensive amount, just watching TV for an extensive amount of time in the dark is a whole lot for my brain to handle. If there is flashing lights in the movie theater, then I would like close my eyes. But just little things like that too. Like I remember um in high school, I remember one of my friends asking me like, "Oh, Kiana, like why do they have to like keep one light on and you or why do you have to sit next to the window when we're watching TV?" Um and I told him, "Hey, our friends from math class?" And he said, "Yeah." And I told him, "Well, like I'm like them. I have seizures." And he's like, "No way." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have seizures." And he was so sweet. He put down his duffel bag and he's like, "Oh, Kiana, just in case." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And um, the thing is, like, a lot of my friends really didn't know that I had seizures. Um, I think about like a good three. probably knew that I had seizures. So like if my parapro left the room, like at least one could keep an eye out for me. So yeah. Or just too much screen time is another big one. So I had to like tell myself, okay, it's okay, kind of cut yourself off. Um, which is really hard for me because I'm constantly on social media. I'm constantly on my computer trying to figure out content. Um, so little things like that. And I'm trying to be good about reminding myself with letting myself know, like, okay, time to cut myself off. Staying up late is another big one. Um, I know for a fact if I'm up late around 12 a.m., then I'm like moody the next day and I crash out by 2 and I'm like up, but I'm crash out by 2 and then like I get up by 7. So I have to tell myself, like, okay, Kiana, it's okay to like crash by like 10. And I know that's like old lady energy, but like that's how my body is sometimes. Like there's only so much my body can handle in the next amount of minutes or hours. So just little things like that, I feel like can trigger my seizures and make my seizures worse. Um, and I feel like if you have seizures like me, it's okay to tell yourself to clock out. And even if you don't have seizures, if you feel burnt out from a very long day, um, it's okay to tell yourself, okay, I need to clock out. I'm burnt out, I'm stressed out. What is your favorite stress relieving activity? I would say poetry is a big one. I have a whole book of all my poetry that I've written over the years. I love poetry. I love writing songs. Um, I don't know how to musically put together a song, but I know how to write the lyrics. Um, but I just love to be creative like that. I love to paint and draw. So, um, yeah, just little things like that helps me relieve stress. Have you ever gone through an experience where someone judged you in a negative light due to your epilepsy or disability? I would say yes, and I think I've explained it in my last video where I'm talking about friendships and my aphasia, my struggles with aphasia. So it's a big one and how it affected me. I would say I'm not going to go into any detail about this, or I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this, but I would say middle school was the worst time for me. High school got actually better because I had like two friends that really stuck it out for me when I was having a rough time, and and I knew that I can go to them for things. Um, but middle school was the worst. And I mean, it's hard when when people say that they're your friend and they they say that they understand and they say that like okay, like I understand and all those things, but then you guys have a misunderstanding and you either misunderstood what they were saying or they misunderstood what you were saying and you guys have a big falling out. And that's what happened. And things got out of proportion and I felt like I didn't even want to go to school. Um, during that time. And the one thing that kept me going was my mom. And how I grew from it was by my mom encouraging me, like, okay, like, no, you are going to school, you are gonna do this, you are not gonna let them stop you from going to school. So although it was hard for me, I I'm glad that she pushed me and all those things. I think once middle school ended and I transitioned to high school, things actually got better for me. What is your favorite memory from your childhood? I would say when I was little, I would say hanging out with my papa and him him taking me to Iolani Palace, and we kind of made it a tradition where we would go to Iolani Palace and Bishop Museum and little things like that. And when I was also little, like we would cheer on for his favorite soccer team and cheer on for our favorite soccer player, David Beckham. So we're a big fan of soccer. Um, and sports in general. Like he likes to watch football. Um, big fan of football, big fan of soccer, and so that was my favorite memory growing up, and just also like him teaching me about the Hawaiian culture, especially when we were at Bishop Museum. He would teach me about the Hawaiian lineage, and also him teaching me about our family tree. I loved the way that he talked about um, our family, and he still talks like that. He still says, "Oh, like our our family was this and that, and this, that, and the other." I'm like, "Okay, cool, Papa." um, so that was my favorite memory, just spending time with him. And I remember when I was little, he would take me out for like ice cream. He would take me out to Baskin Robbins and Stone Cold ice cream. What do I do for fun? I love to hang out with my friends. I love to hang out with my family. When I'm with my friends, we just love to like um gather and worship worship God. I know that seems like lame to some of y'all, but like um it's not to us. We gather and worship God, and we used to like go and stargaze and um do sunset watching and stuff like that. And we like to go to the mall. I love going to the mall. It's kind of sad because like it's kind of sad now that we kind of resorted to online shopping. I personally don't like to online shop because like you never know in like the packaging, it's you don't know if it's really gonna fit you or not. That's why I like to go to the store and just like actually look at the clothes. What is my favorite makeup brand? I would say right now it's a Rare by Selena Gomez. I think it's just like the packaging within itself. I love like the little like notes on like the outside of the boxes, and like when you like, I know I just said I hate online shopping, but like I love when you like order online and it just comes with like the little like notes, the little rare reminders. I love that. I love that it's like a like little message. You can write your own little message. And I think I just love the message behind her brand overall. Um that's what I like about um her brand. What motivated me to start my channel? I would say to share my testimony, to make it as relatable as possible for those of you who do have epilepsy. I wanted to motivate you guys as well to know that you guys are not alone, and know that you guys can overcome your epilepsy and overcome your seizures. And I wanted to uplift you guys as well and know that you guys are beautiful in your own unique way. I wanted to motivate and inspire. And also, this is a beauty channel, so I wanted to share my beauty tips as well. And yeah, I wanted to come up with a channel that is unique. So I wanted to just inspire and share my testimony with the world and just share that you can overcome anything that seems impossible, really. And just know that you are not alone in this fight. And yeah, and that's it for today's video. And comment in the section down below, because I want to hear from y'all which days you guys want me to post videos and what days you guys want to see me on YouTube, because I'm trying to figure out a schedule of what days I should post for you guys and what days I should upload. So let me know in the comment section down below that which days you guys want to see me. And yeah, that's it for today's video, and know that you are beautiful, for you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And yeah, I'll see you next time.